Have you ever felt like the ground beneath your relationship is shifting and you don't know why? One day, everything is perfect, and the next, she's challenging your decisions, questioning your motives, or pulling back for no apparent reason. Most men see this as a problem or a sign of a failing relationship. They get anxious, they start over-explaining, or they get angry. But what if I told you it's actually a requirement? In the world of relationship psychology, she isn't trying to drive you away. She's subconsciously checking to see if you're the man she can actually rely on. She's testing your emotional strength. Women have a biological and psychological need to feel that the man they are with is a rock, someone who isn't easily moved by external storms or emotional turbulence. If you fail these tests, the attraction dies because she no longer feels safe in your strength. But if you pass, you become that immovable force she deeply desires. Today, we're breaking down the 8 psychological signs she is testing your strength and exactly how to pass them. 1. The emotional bait reactivity test. The first sign is what I call the emotional bait. This happens when she suddenly brings up a sensitive topic, a past mistake you made, or a minor insecurity you once shared. She might do this when things are calm, almost as if she's trying to poke the bear. The test. She isn't actually looking for a new apology or a logical debate. She is testing your reactivity. She wants to see if you will lose your cool, become defensive, or start raising your voice. The answer. Strength is remaining the eye of the storm. When she throws the bait, do not bite. If you get angry, you've shown her that she can control your emotions with just a few words. Instead, stay calm, maintain eye contact, and say something like, "I understand that's still on your mind, but we've already addressed it, and I'm focused on our future." By staying composed, you prove that your emotional state is governed by you, not by her. 2. The compliance check, the boundary test. This is a subtle test of your integrity. Let's say you've told her you have a strict deadline for work or a commitment to the gym. Suddenly, she asks you to drop everything to help her with something trivial, something she could easily do herself. The test. Will you break your own word for her? Many men think that saying yes to every request makes them a nice guy or a good partner. In reality, it shows her that your boundaries are made of sand. If you won't respect your own time and commitments, she knows she can't respect them either. The answer. Passing this test requires you to prioritize your mission or your word. You must kindly but firmly say, "I'd love to help you with that, but I committed to finishing this project tonight. Let's look at it tomorrow." This isn't about being mean. It's about showing that you are a man of your word. A man who respects himself is a man she can trust. 3. The cold shoulder, the security test. Every man has experienced this, the sudden pullback. She goes quiet, her texts become short, or she seems distant for no obvious reason. The test. This is a test of your internal security. Are you going to panic? Are you going to send 10 "Are you okay" texts or ask, "What did I do wrong?" every 5 minutes? Insecurity is the ultimate attraction killer. If you chase her during the pullback, you are effectively telling her that your happiness is entirely dependent on her mood. The answer. When she goes cold, you stay warm but focused. Give her the space she is creating. Use that time to focus on your own goals, your hobbies, or your friends. When she realizes that her distance doesn't cause you to crumble, she will realize you are a secure, high-value man. Often, she will bounce back to you once she sees you aren't desperate for her validation. 4. The leadership vacuum, the decision test. Have you noticed those moments where she suddenly becomes indecisive? She might say, "I don't care where we go," or "You pick what we do this weekend," but then shoots down your first two suggestions. The test. She is testing your ability to lead. She wants to see if you will fold under the pressure of a minor decision or if you will look to her for permission. If you reply with, "I don't know either, whatever you want," you've failed to provide the direction she's subconsciously looking for. The answer: take the lead with confidence. Don't ask, inform. We're going to that new Italian spot at 7 o'clock. Wear that black dress I like. Even if she genuinely wanted something else, she will often appreciate the fact that you took the burden of decision-making off her shoulders. Leadership is a form of strength that creates a massive amount of attraction. 5. The comparison jab, the status test. In this scenario, she might mention how successful a male coworker is, or talk about a friend's boyfriend who just bought a new car or took a lavish vacation. The test. She is checking to see if you are easily made jealous or if you feel inferior. If you start listing your own accomplishments to prove you're better, or if you get grumpy and disparage the other guy, you've shown a fragile ego. The answer: a strong man is secure in his own lane. When she brings up another man's success, the strongest response is genuine indifference or even a compliment. Good for him, sounds like he's killing it. Then, move on. By not feeling threatened, you signal that you know your own worth and that no one else's success diminishes your own. 6. The humorous shit test, the ego test. This is the most common form of testing. She might make a lighthearted jab about your shoes, a small mistake you made while driving, or a dorky hobby you have. The test: can you take a joke? A man with a fragile ego sees every joke as an attack and tries to defend himself. A man of strength knows that a little teasing is just part of the play. The answer: never defend yourself against a joke. Instead, lean into it. If she teases your dorky hobby, say, "Oh, it's way dorkier than you think. I haven't even shown you the spreadsheet yet." When you can laugh at yourself, you show that you have frame, a psychological term for staying centered in your own reality regardless of what others say. 7. The logistics shift, the respect test. This happens when you have solid plans and she tries to change the time or location at the very last minute for no valid reason. The test: how much will you bend your life to accommodate her whims? If you always drop everything to cater to her changes, you are teaching her that your time isn't valuable. The answer: if the change is due to a genuine emergency, be the supportive partner. But if it's just a whim, hold your ground. I've already made the reservations for 8 o'clock and planned my day around it. If that doesn't work for you anymore, no worries. Let's just reschedule for a night when you're less busy. This shows that while you value her, you value your own time and commitments just as much. 8. The loyalty divide, the priority test. This is the me or the mission test. She might complain that you spend too much time on your business, your fitness, or your personal goals. The test. She wants to see if she can pull you away from your purpose. Paradoxically, the moment a man abandons his purpose for a woman is the moment she starts losing respect for him. She wants to be an important part of your life, but she doesn't want to be your entire life. The answer: reassure her of your feelings, but don't abandon the mission. I love spending time with you, and you're incredibly important to me, but this goal is part of who I am as a man. I'm going to finish this, and then I'm all yours at 9 o'clock. This shows that you are a man of focus and discipline, qualities that ensure a stable and successful future for both of you. Remember, these tests aren't about manipulation. They are about her biological need to feel safe with a man who is emotionally stronger than she is. When you pass these tests, you aren't winning a game. You're building a foundation of trust and deep attraction. If you found these insights helpful, make sure to watch our video on 3 powerful phrases that trigger instant attraction in women to take your communication to the next level. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the psychology of attraction and relationships. Stay strong.